Hey friends, welcome back to Llama Mama Kayla's Yarn Tube. I'm Kayla. Thank you for stopping by for a visit today. I'm so happy to be here with you, and I hope that you enjoy this video. So, a little while back, I was working on a project that I was calling the Candyland Christmas houses, or if you want to say crochet gingerbread houses with a Candyland theme, something like that. And so I was working on this before my pinky started acting up and ended up having to get that removed. But I did share a video of constructing the house. So this is what one of the basic houses looks like. I mean, this one is decorated, and I had entered this one into the fair as a tabletop decoration, and it did get first place. So I had did a little tutorial video on how to make the house itself. And so today I want to do a little video showing you how I make the icing. I've had several people watch the video and ask, is there a part two? And so I'm just now able to do the part two. Sorry that it's taken me so long, but it has. And so today I'm going to crochet just a little video showing you how I crocheted this icing right here. I'm not doing the snow. All the snow part is chains, chain, single crochet up, chain, chain, single crochet up, chain, chain. So that's all that is. So but anyway, come along with me and let's work on the icing for this blue house that I'm working on. Okay, so to make the icing on top of the Candyland houses, gingerbread houses, I'm using just a 4-weight yarn. I'm using my number 5mm H hook because that is the hook that I use to make the house. And I'm using a stitch marker. And basically, this is what we're going to make. This right here. Okay. So I am going to chain 15, and I'm going to chain this loosely so that it's not tight. Ten. 15. I did 15 because that is the width of my house from peak to peak. And so I need to put a stitch marker right here. Okay, I just need to put a little stitch marker right there. Okay. Now I'm going to chain 8. Okay, and then I'm going to come back over here and count 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm just going to go in that 5th one and make a single crochet. And then I'm going to chain 8. And I'm going to count, let me see where I'm at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to make a single crochet right here. Okay, and then I'm going to chain 8. and I'm going to go right in that first stitch and put a single crochet. Okay, and then I'm just going to chain 8. Oh, I forgot to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I'm just kind of turning the work. And in this first loop here, I'm just going to do a single crochet. Chain 8. Alright, and then I'm going to do a single crochet in this next one. And it'll even out. Like, you don't have to have it try to place it in a certain place. It'll even out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then just put another single crochet in that chain. Okay. Now we're going to chain 8. And single crochet in this chain here. Chain 8. Now single crochet in the next loop of chains. Okay, and then we're going to do eight chains. I lost count on that. It might have did 9. And then single crochet in the next loop of chains, and then single crochet, not single crochet, chain 8. 6, 7, and 8. And then just single crochet in the next chain loop. And single crochet and chain 8. And then let me see if we're going to do another row. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's all we need to do here. So I'm just going to fasten off. I'm going to leave a little bit of tail so I can just tie that. I just want to tie this tail in so that it doesn't come undone. Okay. Alright, so we have one side of the house's icing done. Now we can go over here to this other side. And I'm just going to start down here. Just stuck my crochet hook in the one past my stitch marker. And I'm just going to pull this in. And then I'm going to chain 8. And I'm going to single crochet in this chain loop right here. So this is very, very simple. There may be a different way to do this, but this is just the way that I figured out to do for me. And single crochet in the next chain loop. Okay, and then chain 8 and flip my work. And flip my work over, and then just single crochet in each of these chain loops. And single crochet. Okay, and then I'm going to chain 8 and flip my work and do the same thing again. The line that has your stitch marker should be the center of your house, and you just want to make sure your sides, you know, are the same, about the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 maybe. And if you crochet 1 or 2, I mean, if you chain 1 or 2 off, it's fine. Okay, so I want to see, this is my center of the house right here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I'm trying to see if I have enough on each side. So this is the center. 1 space, 2 space, 3 space. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to chain 8 one more time. And flip it. We're almost done. and a chain. And so 1, 2, 3, 4. So I am calling this done. I'm going to clip my yarn, pull that through, and I'm going to go ahead and tie that off. Alright, I think that was my starter tail. I don't know where this tail come from, but I'm going to tie it off to make it, oh, it's the tail where I added yarn to do the second side. So I'm going to tie that off in here. And this thing will probably have so much hot glue on it that it won't come undone anyway. But here we go. Okay, and then I'm just going to clip all these tails. So here is the icing for the house. And here's the house. So we're just going to take the icing and put it on the house like that and glue it down. I glue a center line. Let me see if I can raise this up some. I always glue a center line and then stretch these out like so. So I have to plug up my hot glue gun and get ready. Okay, so I am ready to glue my icing on top of the house. So I'm going to take my stitch marker out. And I can see where that line is. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some hot glue right down the center, right here. Okay. And then I want to stretch this out. Guess I could take my crochet hook off. I'm going to stretch this out and just lay it on top here. Okay, and then I'm going to let that dry for just a second so that I don't pull it off. I didn't use much hot glue at all, so I'm not worried about burning my fingers because there's barely any hot glue there. And what I'm going to do is just stretch this down to this corner here. I'm just going to put a tiny bit of hot glue right here and stretch this down to touch the hot glue. And then the same thing with this corner. I might have put it too low, trying to stretch it too far. We'll see. So I'll just hold those for just a second and let them cool off so that it glues. And I'm going to put one little dot right here and stretch that one down. Okay, and then just flipping over to the other side. I'm just kind of doing the same thing, just kind of stretching it out. Need to hold it a little bit longer. Just letting my glue kind of cool just a little bit so that it does hold it in place. And then you can go back and glue your sides down if you want to. They don't necessarily have to be, but okay. And then the same thing over here, if you want to glue. So you can tell this is not real technical or anything like that. It is just kind of a fly by the seat of your pants type thing. Alright, so there we go. There is the icing on the house, and you can decorate that any way that you like. If you have a knot sticking out that you don't like, just tuck it under. You could actually, if you want to, you could put a little squirt of hot glue up in there. Have that tucked under. And hot glue it where it stays under on the underneath. If that bothers you, that's what you can do. And there we go. There is the gingerbread house with the icing. This could be a gingerbread house. It could be a Candyland house. I'm actually calling mine like a Candyland houses. And then you can decide which is your front. This is my back because that's where I joined my rows each time. So that's definitely the back of the house. And this is my front of the house. So there we go. Okay, I hope that was helpful in some kind of way. Okay, so I hope that video was easy enough to understand. I made the icing and I glued it onto the house. And so these houses are, their own a tissue box, and I just have it pushed down over it. I have a little polyfill in the top just to give it some shape there. And so now we have icing on the house. This is the front and this is the back. And this part doesn't need to be perfect because I'm fixing to decorate this and glue so much stuff on this. You really won't see all that too much. I mean, you can make it where you can see it if that's your preference, but I'm just going to gaudy these houses up as much as possible. So come back and check the next video that I make part 3 of this where I decorate the house. Thank you for watching. I hope you all have a great day. Remember, it is a beautiful day to crochet. Bye, friends.